Hey guys, this is Dr. Sprinkles. This is gonna be a quick little tutorial just on how to apply simple text UV textures to simple mesh in Blender 2.65. So in this, I'm just going to be using this little sword I made and trying to make it look like a wooden sword. So I'm going to put wooden textures on both the blade and the handle, so you can see how to put textures on two different parts of the same item. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to want to do is make sure you're in edit mode right here. If you're in object mode, then either just press this and go to edit mode, or you can just do tab once the object is selected. Okay, so you're in edit mode right here. So first thing you have to do is basically set the seams of the first part of the item that you want to texture. So I found it's easier to do the blade first than the handle. So you're going to want to select all the parts that you want. So I'm just going to press C and go into circle select, get the tip. You know that it's selected when the faces highlight orange like that, so it's all good. Now you're going to want to get the bottom of it. Make sure you're in vertex select mode, and you have this selected as well, which lets you see through the object. So you want to make sure that you get every single part of every single vertex of the selection selected. So now you see we have everything here. Make sure it's good everywhere. Don't worry about that. That just shows which part you're currently selected on. And yeah, it looks all good right there. Okay, we're not gonna do this part right here. We're gonna put that as part of the handle. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna press space, and then type seam, and you want to do mark seam, not mark seam. Sometimes an option will come up that says mark seams plural. You don't want that. You want to make sure that you do mark seam singular. So this one right here. So you press that, and you'll see once you do that, that it highlights the edges in red as well. So you can see that right here. Okay, now what you're going to want to do is click up here and go to UV editing. And so it'll bring up a second window right here. So once you're here, you're going to want to click new, okay, and just zoom out on this right here. So this is your default UV image based on your selection. So you're going to want to do UVs right here, click on that, and then click unwrap, or you can press E. So you see this is the layout of the parts that you selected. So right now it has no image on it, so it's going to be black right here because that's the image it has right now. To change the image, you're going to click on image, open image, and I already have an image saved, this one right here. So select the image that you want. Make sure it's JPEG, usually works the best. Open image, and so you can see on this window right here, it has the image I want in the background of it. You'll see right here it's still gray, so you're going to want to make it so the texture shows up on the mesh. So you're going to you can close out of this, so click right back here, go to default, and it will bring you back to your original window. So you're going to click on this circle right here, the white circle, and click texture. And as you can see, like if you want to go into object mode, you have the texture of the sword. Now it looks like it's completely black on the bottom of it because of this right here, which is your brightness. And so as you see, whenever you move this around, it changes the brightness of it. So for visual purposes on this, we're just going to delete this. Just click delete and press OK. And now you can see all of it. So now we want to get the handle of it. So we're going to make sure you right click to select it, right click the whole object, and then go back to edit mode, tab, Okay, so make sure none of it's selected. So press A a couple times, just make sure none of it's selected. Now you want to make sure that you get every single vertex of the entire handle. Just go circle select mode with C. Get the sides, and yeah, you get the handle part right here too, and on the other side. Okay, so you got this entire part, and we want to do this part as well. Okay, just make sure you didn't get any of this selected, or else it will change whatever part you got of that as well. It only changes if the entire object is selected, though, like the entire face of it is, by the way. So make sure you get all of it. Okay, now you're going to press space again and do mark seam again, but make sure you don't click on mark seams. You want to click on mark seam. And this will create a different seam selection than the previous one. So just make sure you keep it highlighted and don't deselect. Just don't deselect your selection. So we're going to go back up here and go back to UV editing. And so we have this image right now. We're going to click F so it doesn't delete that when we save the file. Now you're going to want to click the plus right here and press OK to make a new UV image. You can just scroll out right here. So once again, we're going to go to UVs, unwrap, and there's our new selection. Go to image, open image, find your texture, and there you go. So you have this as well. Press F to save that as well. So we're going to go back to default here, and now let me deselect that and go to object mode. Now, as you can see, it put a different texture on the handle as well as the blade. So yeah, that's basically it. If you want, you can I'm gonna make a separate tutorial later on how to make the closing points of the UV image, like so it doesn't look like it's kind of chopped up, and how to make it more hidden. But I think that looks pretty good for just the purposes of this tutorial. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to post that below. Thanks for watching. Bye.